going on? The Big Foodies are back at you with a special episode we're excited about. Matt, Biggie, pb&j, presented by Berky Orthodontics and coming to you live from the Berky Orthodontics studios. And we're excited about this one. This was an idea that somebody who's a big fan of the show texted me and said, I've got the game-changing idea for you guys. And I didn't agree with it to that extent, but I do think it's a good episode.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Okay, a little insulting to that person.
He'll be fine. The episode today is going to be foods that we hated when we were kids that now we're big fans of.
Yes.
And I thought that would be kind of unique and different because it's a perspective. We can kind of share some stories about why we hated these foods and why we're a big fan of them now. Yeah. And if you have any, you can share it with us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Subscribe to the Big Foodies. Check us out, bigfoodiespod.com. So how are you guys feeling about these?
Not excited about one of them because we've done a whole episode about me hating this one thing.
Yeah,
so
and I'm pretty excited.
Of course, of course, that to make a comeback, but I'm
neutral.
Hey,
neutral on that one.
It's the first thing when you had the idea. It's the first thing that popped in my head, and I know I was like, "Baby's gonna hate it," but it's so true for me.
Yeah.
Well, you want to go ahead and get it out of the way then?
Why not?
You want to do that first?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Well, it's mine.
Yeah.
And it is sauerkraut.
Yeah.
I got a fresh jar for y'all.
Thank you. Dude,
thank
you so much.
You're so kind.
And I went a little. This is a jar, not a can.
Yeah.
So I stepped it up a little. I think it was $1.89.
Ooh.
Now I appreciate the fact that Biggie said, "Hey, we're not just going to eat this straight up."
Yeah,
because that would be cruel.
Yeah.
So we're
not just going to go forkful of
sauerkraut. Yeah.
So we have world famous cookout hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yes.
That we're going to try it on.
Cookout dogs.
Which I'm okay with. That's fine.
Next level.
Yeah, I haven't seen these boxes before. Oh, let me get on that. Oh,
okay, you want to do it?
Is that whole thing was like when somebody sees one person struggling?
There you go.
What happens?
No.
When somebody sees somebody struggling with a can, everybody automatically has to go try to help them.
Yeah.
But let me try to get that. Let me get that.
Sauerkraut. The smell.
You can smell it immediately.
Let me tell you, that's why I hated this as a kid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My dad loved it. I mean, he loved it all the time. I mean, he'd put it on hot dogs. That's how I like it. Hot dogs, brats. I love it on brats.
Yeah.
But he'd just have it sometimes, too. Just to have it.
Yeah.
And the smell is what killed me. But once I tasted it, when I hit my early 20s, I basically accidentally, because I thought I hated it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just came on a dog I had. And I was like, this is delicious.
Yeah. That's what I was going to ask is, what was it for you guys the moment you realized that it changed to liking?
Having it on a hot dog. So I'm going to.
You've been so against it. Was it an accident that somebody put it on a hot dog?
I think it just. I think I was. If I'm not mistaken, I was at a cookout, and the hot dogs were like wrapped up, and I just opened it and took a bite, and then I realized I was like, oh, that's sauerkraut, and then I was like, oh, that's sauerkraut.
All right,
now listen, you don't have to put a
obviously not going to be putting a lot.
No, and look, I brought out. This is how I like mine, anyways. A little spicy brown mustard.
Now, what makes sauerkraut?
It's. That's a good question. I believe it's nothing but, well, there you go, flip the ingredients.
Let's look here.
I think it's just, and I'll tell you, that smell will, now
it's
I love it.
gluten-free, cabbage, water, salt, sodium benzate, and sodium bisphenol.
Basically just pickled cabbage.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
it's juicy.
Now, I tell you, on a brat with some spicy mustard, I could eat that every day.
I don't care what you say. That's plenty for me.
Hey, I'm giving you, you're tasting it. That's all we have to do here. But it is, for me, this is the main one.
I'm definitely going mustard.
Mm-hmm.
Got to mask it.
Yeah. Does that count?
What?
If I put mustard on it too, does that count?
Yeah, it counts because you're gonna feel it.
God, I love it. So good. With the mustard?
I'm not a sauerkraut fan at all. It's the same thing. It's always been the smell. Because I used to hate coleslaw.
He hates it still.
I'm not a big fan of coleslaw either. I've warmed up to it a little bit more. It's the thought of cabbage. Yeah, I just can't. But the mustard changes it for me.
I can't eat coleslaw straight up. Plain. Can't do it. You give me coleslaw on something, a barbecue sandwich, a hot dog. I can do that. Now, sauerkraut's one of those New Year's Days traditions too, where you're supposed to eat it to
whatever.
Yeah. So
have health or some crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I couldn't do it.
You get laid some point during the year if you eat sauerkraut.
I knew there was something about it.
Maybe I should start eating sauerkraut.
That's what's holding you back. Why am I not laid? It's got to be
the sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut.
I'm clearly not eating enough sauerkraut in my diet.
But now I'm at the point where, kind of like my dad was, I can just eat sauerkraut with something, or just plain even. I just like that taste of it now. But man, when I was a kid, you couldn't pay me.
Yeah.
And it's the smell. I know it's the smell, but I love it on dog or brat now.
There's so many other things that I'd rather have on a hot dog, but there's things that are worse. Yeah. I guess the middle ground.
Do you like relish?
Yeah.
See, I don't like relish on a hot dog.
No, I like relish.
No. Yeah.
I won't actively seek it out, but if it's on there, I'm good with it.
Onions, I like. If it's going to be onions, I can't do raw onions on a hot dog either. That to me.
You guys got like caramelized onions?
Yeah, I can do that. Because I like Italian sausage with like peppers and onions. That's good. But raw onions is a hard sell.
Well, you bring up onions, so let's jump to mine.
Hey, perfect.
All right.
Good segue.
Onion rings.
Yeah.
Onion rings, for me, are what I hated as a kid, primarily because I don't like onions. I have evolved to I'm okay with cooked onions.
Okay.
And so to me, an onion ring, it's a cooked onion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're not overpowered with onion flavor.
Yeah.
And it's deep fried, so it's not to love. What I used to do when I was younger, if there were onion rings around, I would break the breading off and take the onion out and just eat the breading.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just eating fried things.
Definitely should do that too.
But now, I love an onion ring.
Once again from Cookout, and these are delicious.
Onion ring, a bloomin' onion.
Love a bloomin' onion.
What is it about onions that you don't like?
To me, onions overpower everything else that you eat it with.
Now, I agree with that on certain things. Onions on pizza ruins a pizza.
Really? You think?
Yeah, I agree. Onions on pizza ruin a pizza. But like, I think like McDonald's, onions on a McDonald's burger is fine. I think they mastered the amount.
Really?
Yeah.
I am total opposite. I will eat onion on a pizza, like if it's like a Supreme or something, or a Works or something. I won't just get straight up onion. Although I'll tell you, a good pizza combination is just mushroom and onion sometimes. Yeah, I know, both of you. But if I go to McDonald's and I'm getting just a cheeseburger, double cheeseburger, I don't want those onions. Because to me, that overpowers the flavor.
Anytime, I won't put onions on a burger. If it's kind of on a pizza, it's not the end of the world. I'd rather not. It's definitely raw onions. It has to be super cooked and almost transparent.
Yeah.
What about like a spaghetti sauce? Like if you're making a homemade spaghetti sauce,
I don't mind it.
That's okay.
Don't mind it.
I chop up peppers and onions and mushroom. Yeah.
That's okay.
Like on a Philly cheesesteak or something, I can't do onions on that either.
No, because I feel like once you bite in, all you taste is onions.
All you feel and all you taste is onions.
See, again, I put peppers and onions on Philly cheesesteak. I love it. Now, you know what this would be delicious dipped in? Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
It's my worst day. I hate this episode.
Actually, I'm surprised at how many places send ranch out with onion rings now. Mm-hmm. When I was growing up, I remember it being more like ketchup. And then, of course, the bloomin' onion changed everything with the sauce. But now, it's like when you order onion rings, it's almost immediate. Like, onion rings and ranch. Yeah.
Where are the best onion rings, in your opinion? I know you kind of just pick these up to pick them up, but where's your favorite onion ring spot?
I would actually put Cookout's onion rings up there.
Cookout's onion rings are really good for like fast food or something quick. I don't actively seek them out.
Yeah.
But I enjoy getting like a bloomin' onion as an appetizer, or all those Outback, Longhorn, Texas Roadhouse kind of restaurants have some kind of like onion petals or whatever it is, onion straws that they'll put on something. That's my favorite.
Okay.
Is when it's all just dumped in and fried at the same time.
There's a place in Winston called Hero House. They have the best onion rings.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, you're going to have to bring us some.
If you're ever down that way, oh my gosh, you got to go get them.
I'll seek them out.
Yeah.
I'll seek out an onion ring and I'll seek out an ice cream from the Berry Patch.
Yes, you will.
Always.
I'll head on down to Ellerby off of 220 and I'll get me some of that good old homemade ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Peach, strawberry, freshest ingredients from the Berry Patch. delicious as always. Supporters of the podcast.
They're so good. I bet they could even make BB a sauerkraut ice cream, and
he'd probably like it.
Probably so.
He'd probably like it. Check him out online, worldslargeststrawberry.com. BB, you're on the floor.
So I know this is going to sound very odd, but it is true. So things that we liked when we were younger, did not like when we were younger, but we like now. And what screams childhood more than a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? I hated peanut butter and jelly sandwiches growing up. And I know that's like the quintessential
that's like the one,
school meal. Couldn't do it. Peanut butter, no jelly. I could never get the proportions right. I would always put either too much peanut butter or too much jelly, and it just ruined the entire sandwich. And so I just never ate them.
Huh.
And then I discovered these things right here, Uncrustables, and it completely changed the game. I love these things so much, and the proportions are right. The bread's great. This is like the only peanut butter and jelly that I'll actually eat.
Really?
Yes. So
you wouldn't make a homemade one?
No, I can't do it.
You only go great?
Yes.
Huh, interesting.
And so there was something about the consistency of jelly when I was growing up that I did not like, and now I don't mind it as much.
I was going to say, are you against any kind of jelly now?
You know, it's funny. I don't really delve into the jelly game, but I'm just kind of like when it comes to peanut butter and jelly, I always just associate it with grape jelly. I don't associate.
I do too.
I don't associate peanut butter with any other type of jelly. So
I'll tell you, I didn't have an Uncrustable until probably a year and a half ago. I never had one before until my nieces started eating them because these weren't around when I was a kid. This was not an option.
Yeah.
And now you're right. I have to resist buying these things because I'm like, these are delicious.
Now, a lot of people like to let them thaw out. I like them cold.
Yeah, I'm with you.
A little chili
it's better
in there.
to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Now let me ask you this: you'll eat a peanut butter sandwich?
Yes.
Do you put butter on one side and peanut butter on the other? That's how I grew up with them.
Butter and peanut butter?
Yes. My dad would put butter on one side, like a thin layer of butter, and then peanut butter on the other piece of bread. Put them together.
We always did peanut butter and banana.
Tell you what I would do from time to time: peanut butter and chocolate. Like I do peanut butter and then I put a Hershey's bar on the other side.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
heck yeah!
It didn't work out with the bread too well, but it was good.
I like Uncrustables. They peanut butter both sides.
Yeah,
and then jelly in between.
It's the perfect proportions. Yeah.
Is it the consistency of the jelly that you didn't like?
Yeah, growing up, I didn't like it. It was just weird to me.
I guess it is kind of weird when you think about it.
Yeah. I mean, you get that fruity flavor because it's not like the same jelly that's in like a Pop-Tart.
True.
It's like slimy, you know. But like I said, now I don't mind it.
How did you end up eating an Uncrustable randomly?
You know what it was? Somebody.
A little of this.
Maybe.
I'm starving.
I have to eat something.
I think they were around one day. And I told myself that it's so weird that I don't like peanut butter and jelly. I'm just going to try it.
Try it.
You know, just give it another shot, which I do a lot now. And I fell in love with it. I was like, that's not bad. It's very good.
Yeah.
And I love the Uncrustables now. So.
You keep them in your freezer?
Not too often because I know if I keep it, they'll be gone in a day.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's probably why I wouldn't have them. There's 4 sandwiches in there, and I'd eat 4 in that one day.
Exactly. Like every so often, I'll buy a box just to kind of have. But yeah, I mean, dude, I could, if it wasn't for y'all, I'd have had that whole thing eaten. So,
yeah, I got you.
So I'm glad I got to share it with y'all.
Yeah, I like it.
This was fun.
Yeah.
We should flip it around and do another episode.
Things we used to love that now we hate?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
I'm down with that.
Okay.
I think I've got something that would be good for that.
I know mine immediately. And it's going to gross them out again.
Oh, God.
Jesus. Well, whatever you've got, whether it's a food you used to hate, now you love, or a food you used to love, now you hate, let us know. Comment, subscribe to the channels. Let us know what you think. You can send us an email. Contact us, bigfoodiespod.com. As always, thank you to Dr. Berky from Berky Orthodontics for presenting the show and for sponsoring our studio. Thank you to the Berry Patch for being a sponsor. Shay, Biggie, Matt, thanks for watching the Big Foodies. We'll see you next week.